Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 9 of our playthrough as House of Spartenos in Crusader Kings 3. We've made it to 921 AD with our despot Sergius of Sicily coming onto the throne a couple of years ago at the age of 18. And we've only formed the Kingdom of Sicily, I think, with our previous ruler, so maybe 5 or 10 years ago. Let's have a quick look. This is our... Sorry, where's our dynasty? The open dynasty tree. Yeah, we're only on our 4th ruler with Count Gregorius, who was an architect and built up our starting county of Napoli. Duke Sergius, who drove out the infidels from southern Italy and have expanded our territory, followed by our previous ruler, who's only unfortunately ruled for 9 years, Despot Gregorius of Sicily, who actually managed to form the kingdom. I think sadly passed away from ill health, I believe. Yeah, died in his sleep. His son, Despot Sergius, took over. And here we are. He is, unfortunately, however, he is humble. Sergius does not ask for much in life. He's content. What he already has, be it much or little, is enough for Sergius. And he's lustful. His one fatal flaw, I guess. His main for carnal desires burn hot in Sergius's core. He's an intricate web weaver. Sergius is a master of intrigue, manipulation, and secrecy. And he has been wounded. Sergius has been wounded, but will probably heal fine given time. And this is because he got wounded during a battle for Foggia, I believe. Or Foggia. Having only had prowess of 5, unfortunately, he did manage to join his Hetaria and was wounded, but he is recovering. So there you go. I think the king isn't really interested in anything, despite having recently acquired... Well, I guess his ancestors have won him a kingdom. He's young, humble, content, and lustful. He did find himself a comely wife, who is pleasant to look at, but who is also greedy, paranoid, and zealous. And she's an insightful thinker herself. Agnes is adept at most matters theological, but sadly both actual skill and dedication seem to be lacking. And her only real area of expertise, where she's average at best, is in intrigue. Actually, learning she's also average at. So here we are. Let's go ahead and unpause at a slow speed. And look, and our wife is currently pregnant. So there you go. We're keeping busy, satiating our lustful desires. The Byzantine Empire is currently in revolt, I believe. Indeed, and we actually have a Coptic Nubian emperor on the throne there. Although we're not actually part, it's worth noting, we're not part of the Byzantine Empire. Dominic joins your court. Yeah. Our brother and our current heir is Prince Paschalis, and actually just before I unpaused, I changed his education to Marshal by accident before I started recording. But he's calm, just, and stubborn, and rowdy. Potentially a much better ruler, but there we are. His brother was the firstborn and rightfully took the throne. Notable guest has arrived. Timotei Guthi Orzach. What's notable about him? He's intelligent, organized. Ooh, he's actually an excellent knight and marshal. Can we recruit him to court? 145. No. Sorry, but that's just too expensive. But yeah, Bulgaria, Orthodox Bulgarian kingdom, has been making inroads into the Byzantine Empire. And currently, the emperor is defending against Duke Theodosius II of Chaldea in the war for Duchess Alexia's claim on the Byzantine Empire. There you go, where is Chaldea? There it is, the Duke of Chaldea has gone up in revolt. And I'm not surprised. Do we really want a Coptic Nubian taking over our... Well, taking not our, but at least the Greek Empire? I don't think so. Yeah, we're all Greek Orthodox. We, on the other hand... Oh, let's have a look. Romans, Declaration of Love. As I push aside the sheets to lay down, I find a little scroll resting on my bolster. Someone has entered my chambers unnoticed. A chill runs down my spine as I carefully unroll the thick parchment. My bonny pleasure, lord of my heart, I can keep my feelings secret no longer. From this day on, I will do everything in my power to prove my loyal affections. We will see each other soon. Until then, dream of me, my love. Eternally yours, Despotissa Agnes. Oh, you flatter me, my lady. Despotissa Agnes will attempt to win my heart. Certainly will let her, my son and heir. Praise Saint Bridget. Agnes has given birth to a perfect little son. One day, child, you will carry on my legacy. What name would befit a despot? A good Greek name. Porphyrios, Theodosios, Caesarios, Ignatios, Isakios. Porphyrios. Let's go with Porphyrios. May you grow up to be strong and wise, my son. There we go. We have a new heir. Let's see how he develops. Go ahead and even pin him up here so we have quick access. Our other potential rival is King Adelchis of Italy. Yep, he has 3,500 men at his command. Oof, my Aunt Leontia has given birth to a son. Second, guys. Child of my dynasty, my Aunt Leontia has given birth to a son. Since the little one is part of the Spartenos dynasty, he should be blessed with a good name. Arsenios. There we go. Interestingly, she was held hostage by the previous Byzantine emperor and never had a spouse, so I'm not very sure. Arsenios and Eupraxia, your cousin. I'm not saying it's where they even came from, but could we perhaps marry her off just to restore some semblance of legitimacy onto her? Fertile age difference. Can we get any? I would like them to be Greek. Can we perhaps get a knight out of this? Content, generous. Has claim. This guy has a lot of claims. Claims on Duchy of Aegean Islands, Naxos, and Lesbos. He is homely. He's just, patient, and forgiving. Narcissus is not pleasant to look at, unfortunately, though. The existence of my plot to murder Regent Gudeshi has been discovered. While my involvement is not yet known, this will make it a lot more difficult to bring my plans to fruition. Curses. Yeah, that was never gonna work to begin with, but we had to do it since we were compelled to do it by rage. Out of rage. Diligent, callous, calm. 7. We get, hang on. 33. Lazarus. Petroliphus. Okay, well looked. He's honest, stubborn, and impatient. 23. Will accept matrilineal marriage. Oh, she's got minus 300. Well, lady, you already have a lot of choice. You have 2 kids and no husband. And it's 921 AD. Let's go ahead and unlock a new perk. Intrigue. We're focusing on temptation focus, given our lustful trait. Seduction, desire, and the gentle art of twisting people around your little finger. Fertility plus 20%, attraction plus 10. Let's A seduce scheme success against own courtiers and guests plus 50%. Home advantage. Yes. Who do we have in our court? Any... Our sister. Our sister Pavlina, 19. Well, let's try to... I think we've managed to build something. She's 19. Let's have a look. No one really suitable. Your sister. Okay, let's perhaps... Hang on. Pause the game. Hamlets was constructed in Capua. Excellent. Let's also go ahead and construct a bailey. The bailey is the most defensible place in which to store critical supplies to survive a siege. Weapons, armor, and pickled boars' heads. That give us heavy cavalry. Toughness and damage. Tax plus 0.4. Fort, however, plus 2. And this will be our central. This is the duchy of our king, really. Let's go ahead and build a bailey. Go with the standard. That's a standard thing to do. We are content and humble, so we're not... I don't think Sergius is really going to be introducing any major changes to the realm. Yes, but let's marry off our sister. Reginpert will attend a local celebration in Napoli, and I happen to know that he is a bit of a wine aficionado. I could lure him into the cellar of my temple for an exclusive tasting, and then make sure that he never walks out again. This will be easy. This is not the way to do it. Oh, 80% of scheme is discovered. This will be easy. We're rash, we're young, and we're not particularly intelligent either, so we're just... Reginpert followed me willingly into the cellar, drunk on merriment and wine. After many glasses of fine wine, he fell readily asleep. But before I could finish walling up the exit, some servants walked in. My lord, and Reginpert? And a half-finished wall shutting him in? Oh no. I'm just doing some renovating. Ends your scheme to murder, you gain 13 dread. He gains the watchful for 2 years. Oh, he loses 100 opinion of you. Attempted murder, crime for rightful... We can get rightful imprisonment from suffragan bishop Reginpert of Sankt Pölten. You gain 13 dread. His close family members and spouse lost 70 opinion of us for 20 years. Oof. Bit of a fool, Sergius. Lord Sergius, my festive lion. My wife, this Patissa Agnes, is kneeling in the dust before me, right hand above her heart. My only desire is to bring you honor and happiness. Pray, tell me, how can I prove my love for you? Oof. Bring me something unusual. An exotic orchard, perhaps? You gain rare orchid. Learning and prestige. Yeah, that sounds like I wouldn't ask for a wolf pelt from your wife, would you? Okay, we are about to... Oh, that's fine. We're increasing development in Capua. It's already at 14. But we're also speeding up the construction of the bailey. Activity attainable. Grand tournament. We're not going to plan one. We're humble. Humble and content. No. Just happy. Just content with life. Okay, let's have a look what we can do. You can potentially negotiate an alliance with Duke Theodald. Not inside the realm, prisoners can be ransomed. Do we need to though? No, we don't really need to. You can lawfully imprison your aunt Leontia Spartenos. She's a fornicator, it's fine. You can pardon your aunt Leontia Spartenos. Concedes his imprisonment reason. Concedes title revocation reason. No, it's okay. Not endorsed by your patriarch. We don't have any... You're not employing a court physician. Okay, let's go ahead. Go ahead and... Gracious Absolver. Oof. But telling me that Colleen, he doesn't like us, although he is a good physician. It's fine, we're young and healthy. There's no reason to. Your brother, Prince Pascalis, created the faction to install Prince Pascalis of Salerno on the Sicilian throne against you. The devil. He's a misguided warrior. Pascalis has received education in the art of war, but is more likely to hurt himself than his enemies. Okay. We'll look at factions. One member. Too weak to send an ultimatum. Fine. Let's keep the time rolling. Well, lastful. Our wife. Yeah. I think our lastful desire is satisfied with our wife. Oh, let's actually have a look. What else do we have in our court? We could take a lover as well. Couldn't we? Sister and spy master. Likewise should be married off. Your courtier. A lowborn, deceitful, generous, shy. She's 32 though. Your courtier, 27. Gregarious, temperate, and zealous. And we... Court we don't want to do. Indeed, we don't want that. Let's see. A scheme at court. My spy master has come to me with grave news. While we do not yet know who, someone is trying to steal from me. Oof, princess. We must stop the villain behind this. Steal artifact from me. Lord. Let's get them all. Have a negative prestige. But we are recovering. Let's go ahead and speed this up to 4. Prince Sergius is just busy being lustful. Go ahead and find Miss Batista getting the pregnant. Yeah, well, there you go. I think they're living a happy and eventful and adventurous married life. Right, and they seem to be in love with each other. Let's go ahead and demand... Can we... Oh, she's Catholic though. Yeah. We'll make another attempt. We're trying to just sway our spy master. Our sister and spy master. The child was not meant to be. My wife, the Spitissa Agnes, assures me it is the way of life, but her hand lingers on her belly. She's no longer pregnant. Oh. Heartbreaking. That is sad. Why will she demand conversion? She's zealous, so minus 50. We'll demand it anyway. You may continue practice Catholicism in secret. We demand it. We are a king. It's refused. Okay, we cannot ask again for 15 years. This relationship is kind of breaking down. My aunt Leontia has given birth to a daughter. Since the little one is part of the Spartenos dynasty, she should be blessed with a good name. Antonia. Sophia. Sophia is a beautiful name. Let's go ahead and just look through our sisters. Get them married off already. Go ahead, relevance, alliance power, prestige gain. Right, that's... She is 21 herself, so let's have a look. Let's try and marry her off to a duke. Duke's Christoph. Okay. Where does he reside? Okay. It's a good match. Children born of this marriage will be of Duke's dynasty. Okay. Do we get an alliance? 800 men. Okay. Hold on a second. Prestige. Gain, okay, that's one possibility. No, that's it. He's a count. Courtier. He's the only duke available, so... Guess let's go ahead and send her off. Do we really want an alliance, though? Not really. We will marry her off. Apollonia. Excellent. She's our spy master, so let's go ahead and do a matrilineal. Prestige gain. 25, Diogenes and Pelus, Greek. Just, brave, paranoid. It's a good man. Good man, and he's willing to come to our court. Bailey's constructed. You lost the trait wounded. We recovered. Good, I gladly accept your marriage proposal. Countess. Okay. It's always good to hear. Okay, so we've built up our province of Capua, so county of Capua. County of Napoli is built up. Go ahead and just look at our council. If we do increase control, I know it's not fully... Capua hasn't come fully under our control, but we will go ahead and just increase control in Forgia, as it is extremely low there, as we just recently conquered it. Scheme abandoned. Steel artifact on you has been abandoned. That's good. Patriarch Kyrillos of Sicily finished convert faith in county task of Capua. Perfect. They are now Orthodox. We will also convert Catholics in Foggia. Unlock a new lifestyle perk. You can no longer critically fail seduce schemes. Oof. King Rurik has changed the court language. Now speaks Greek. Oof, of the White Rus. Okay. Slovaskan. They now speak Greek. Okay. But I do feel as though ruler gender. I feel as though our wife hasn't really been. Yeah, the relationship has deteriorated, I think. Lord Sergius, my delightful stallion. My wife Despotissa Agnes is kneeling in the dust before me, right hand above her heart. My only desire is to bring you honor and happiness. Pray, tell me, how can I prove my love for you? Okay, let's just do the same. Bring me something unusual, an exotic orchid, perhaps. Let's go ahead and look for a... adulterer. That's our sister. That would be a little too odd. Comely, Despotissa. Agnes, your wife. Okay. We have female. Okay, well, is this all we can find? Relation top realm. All. Can we find adult, female? What? Why? How? There is never a quiet moment. My son and heir, Porphyrios, is so full of questions. I do my best to encourage his curiosity, but sometimes I cannot help but get exhausted by the constant stream of thoughts and queries. When a father and a mother love each other very much, it gains the trait curious. Okay. There's rarely a silent moment in Porphyrios' life. Porphyrios. Constantly asking questions, he's curious about everything and everyone. Diplomacy and learning. Oof. Great on learning. Okay. Studious little boy. The study of scholarship, theology, and the pursuit of knowledge. Curious children often do well. Children will have the following effect: learning +1. Let's go ahead. Pick him a guardian. Do we have anyone? High learning. Barthélemy de Coligny. He's French though, and he doesn't like us, so too dangerous. We do have a mastermind philosopher with 15 learning in Patriarch Kyrillos. Let him educate our son. He's forgiving and honest. He's a good man. Let's go ahead. We are much more interested in pursuing our carnal pleasures. It is a well-known fact that the courtiers will scheme and plot, but I may be able to use this to my advantage. If I can keep my courtiers suspicious of each other and distracted with infighting, they will not have the time or resources to scheme against me. I will begin spreading rumors at once. As long as I place some spies among them, I will be safe. This character spread spies amongst their court to report on any scheming or plotting. Yeah. Let's not bother too much. We are content after all. And we are humble. What else? Something we can do that's perhaps we have enough money to raise another couple of 100 soldiers. I think that's probably in line with our general policy of our kingdom. So, you know, we do have a good marshal who'll probably give us that advice, and we know there's a faction plotting against us. So I think, even though we are content and humble, we can go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead, get back to our search for a nice lady. Artifact ownership, a female, adult, relation, age. Do we have? No, we do not have it. But look, is there anyone who is particularly good looking in this world? Among the Greeks, let's say culture. Let's pause just for a second. Sorry, Apollonia is not swayed. The acquaintance of Toner died. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go ahead and find artifact ownership, sexuality. Okay, inspiration. Hooks, marital status. Guys, I said gender. How do we find someone who is beautiful? This is like all the characters in the world. Ruler, vassal stance, diplomatic range, inside, marital status, imprisonment status. No. It's fine, okay, let's unpause. Just keep looking through our court then. I mean, your courtiers. Females. Adult. Oh. Really no one. Ooh, she is possessed. She's an adulterer and fornicator. Your aunt. Oh, that's a bit... She's 33 though. Sure, she could be more than willing, but do we really want to though? Let's see who else. Who do we have around us that we could potentially meet? Messina, Coptic Nubian. Duchess Viviana of Achaia. Who else? Nobody here. Okay. No one around here. Perhaps in neighboring courts. Is there anyone that catches our fancy? Duchess Masunte. Demand artifact. You have something that should legitimately belong to me. Relinquish it at once. Prince Paschalis of Sicily. Brother. Decline. What are you saying, sir? Your brother and vassal. I can scarce remember what my life was like before Agnes declared her love for me. I am flattered, but also overwhelmed by her attention. I find myself longing for some peace and quiet, yet I cannot help but worry. Would I be throwing away my only prospect of true love? That cannot be right, can it? I'm yours, Agnes, now and forever. Okay. We'll do love our wife. Crash. Where am I? What's going on? I peer into the darkness, my eyes adjusting. God, there is someone by my bedroom window. I scramble out of bed and run for the door, but the intruder is faster. She grabs my arm, tugs, and I fall. Before I can scream, a hand is covering my mouth. Listen closely, Desperate. If you do what I say, no one will get... Her words turn into a gurgle as a dagger plunges deep into her neck. Sergius, are you alright? I would recognize that voice anywhere. My savior is none other than Despotissa Agnes. Oh, my love, never let me out of your sight again. She's become my soulmate. We'll lose 17 stress because we're lustful. We gain 10 opinion. She lays with us. Dynasty Strasbourg gains 100 renown. Oof. Eternal love. After she rescued us from a thief. Okay, she's our soulmate. Okay, can she also break up with your lover? Oop. My sister Apollonia has given birth to a son. Since the little one is part of the Spartenos dynasty, he should be blessed with a good name, Gregorius Scalis Eustathios. He'll be strong and wise. I hit to speed 4. Guess we should be pretty happy. We have a comely wife, a young wife. Oh, she's pregnant, so yeah, I think everything is working out just fine. We can even go to speed. Yeah, let's keep it at speed 4. To make my sister Apollonia more susceptible to my attempts at approaching her, I can include a compliment in my next missive to her court. I'll be sure to mention her youthful vigor. This correspondence has been a source of joy for me. I cannot help but think that we might both benefit from increased communication. Excellent. Still making 8 per month. $290. Okay, welcome. Farms and fields here, militia camps, trade port. Go ahead and put on a second. Inspired person can be sponsored. Murder holes and priest holes. Sorry, was this an event? Inspiration. Vinia Hooja has the armor inspiration. She wants to make a great armor. She's very competent in her craft. We're humble and content. Like we don't need anything in this life. Murder holes and priest holes. A pallid individual who looks as if she has spent her entire life skulking underground is lurking in the corner of my throne room. I've heard tell you might want a secret passage installed. I can craft any impure corridor your twisted heart desires. I can even add an oubliette to your bedroom for your lover to throw you into the heart of passion. Oof, that sounds good. I admit, I would like to be thrown into an oubliette stark naked. What is that? You gain the trait Deviant. So this is an eclectic and unconventional taste. This is a crime to Orthodox. Do we really care though? Character has a predilection for socially unacceptable acts. Alluring confidence, fertility plus 10% and it was... Yeah. For sure. Oof. Things are only... You know? We're 25. We've been with our wife for... 6 years now. It's time to kick things up a notch. Oh, Agnes, you have been so brave, so strong. Words cannot describe my love for you, and now we have a perfect little son. Who will you become, my child? And what shall I call you? Pancratios. Another son. Perfect. We have one son who is studious, cradled by sickness. All babies cry, but with little Pancratios there is no end to the tears. I desperately want the midwife to ease my worries, but her furrowed brow makes everything worse. But the Lord is not gaining weight as he should. We will take good care of him, my lord, but in the end, his life is in God's hands. Hush now, Pancratius, please don't cry. Oh, he gains a trait sickly. Right, let's go ahead and pause. Court. We need to get a wet nurse. We already lost one child. This cannot continue. Personal champion. Where is the wet nurse? Court physician. Let's go ahead and perhaps we find a court physician antiquarian. Court tutor. Learn language power scheme. Improves education. Well, actually, let's get a court tutor. We have a studious child. We have plenty of gold. It improves education outcomes. Unlocks have child study language interaction. Okay, compare his aptitude is average, poor. Okay, he's lazy, calm, gregarious, brave, diligent, fickle, fortune builder, possessed, valued, warlike, courtier. Leontia, let's give her a job. She has 3 kids of her own. Let's go ahead and appoint her as our court tutor. Why not? Court physician, antiquarian, caravan, master, food taster, master of the horse, of the hunt, royal architect, building construction time -5 to -30%. Average. How much does he get paid? -15%, for example. We'll be building a lot. We're making a lot of money. Maybe a royal architect is in order. High almoner. Cupbearer. Court jester. Court musician. What? There you go. Wet nurse. No courtiers meet the court position requirement. Reduces chance for children to contract illnesses. Possibility for child development events. Well, how do we get one? Chief eunuch. Oh. I guess it's okay. I mean, it will take some time to build the buildings. Yeah, it's enough time to actually save up some money. Dangerous faction. Faction to install Prince Scalis. Let's go ahead and continue with our smooth operator. Seduce scheme success chance plus 25%. You can learn 1 additional language without any penalties. Or like weeds in a garden. That's what we need. Claimant demand. The right belongs to Prince Pascalis of Salerno by divine right, and we have gathered the support required to make it so. Accept this fact peacefully, or we will make you do so by force. I mean, we're humble and content. We're deviant. I think we're more interested in despotissa than ruling. I guess I have no choice. You lose 20 dread, you become a vassal of Prince Pascalis. Every faction member get a weak hook on favor on Prince Pascalis. Prince Pascalis of Sicily becomes independent. Oof. Gets Despotate of Sicily. Gets County of Foggia. Prince Marcos becomes Prince Pascalis' vassal. Well... Spawns an army of peasant rebels proportional to the county's levies. The control level will change by -25. Wow, are we really prepared to do that, goes in? I'm not sure. Sure what an interesting and unique way would be to roleplay Crusader Kings 3. I mean, he's content. What he already has, be it much or little, is enough for Sergius. And he doesn't ask for much in life. He's happy to just be in one county. Carnal desires burn hot in Sergius' core. Yeah, he's an intricate web-weaver, he's a deviant. But will he realistically give up the throne? Count Theoctistos of Benevento. Would he realistically give up the throne, however? I think he enjoys his lavish lifestyle, so no, we will not be threatened. Okay, let's see. Greetings, my liege. May your humors rot in your living body. You are a pretender and a tyrant. It is time to restore the rightful monarch to the throne. Rally the troops. Okay. Let's see how this go. Oh, sorry, we haven't. Go ahead and get to Salerno before they all reinforce. Go ahead, we don't want to fight in the hills. We don't want to fight in the hills. Let's go attack the army of Benevento. Oh, this upstart 18-year-old Theoctistos. I mean, not that we're that much older. So let's go ahead and smash that little army first. Or we can speed up to speed 3. Apollonia gained 25 opinion of us. That's good. We will catch them at Trani. Here it is. Boom. Boom. 1,000 heavy infantry. 40 damage, 24 defense. Bigger than... We're stronger than the opponent's armored footmen. Same quality of commanders. And they're plus 300 archers. Oh, 300, yeah, less than 300 on their side. Okay. Here we are then. Right. Cosenza is under siege. Let's go ahead and defeat the second army of the rebels. Yeah, and I think Orchard was destroyed. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, look at them run from us. There's no getting away. Our marshal will take care of them. Deals 10% damage due to being countered. Oh. Yeah, that's it, dude. No chance. No chance whatsoever. And we chase down this army as well before they flee. Can we? Oh, not sure. Yeah, I think they will be able to get away, fortunately. Okay. Let them run. This is a level 3 fort. Go ahead and siege Salerno, perhaps. Or maybe we beat them back at Trani again. Maybe let's go ahead and do that. King Simeon's court now speaks Greek. A most wise decision. Oh. In Bulgaria. Cannot chase it down. It's only 800 men. Ooh, okay, they did manage to get into the... Is it mountains, isn't it? Yes, into the mountains, but we got him. go ahead and siege Salerno. Well organized court. This happened despite your spouse's stewardship. Poor stewardship skill. Okay. Yeah, generally I think the next thing we need to do is to get some onagers into our army. We now have 1,000. Oof, hang on. Ooh. Can we get there in time? Before they sack Cosenza? Hope we can. The rabble. They managed to regroup, but they do not stand a chance against the legions. Right, fighting in favorable terrain, but our Hetariot Diogenes was... Oof, our Hetariot was maimed. Oh. My injured brother-in-law. Okay, I'm not sure what your prowess... We will win, however. Oof, another Hetariot wounded. There's nothing that can't be done. Search for a physician quickly. Okay. Get back to sieging Salerno. Let's have a look. Battle at Catanzaro. We lost 191 men, but killed 400 of the rebel scum. Again, 5-1. Okay, normally it's 10-1, but 5-1 for our armored footmen. This world is full of dangers. Okay, even to a despotin's court. So we found a court physician. What do we have? Bilal al-Khatib. Muwaladi, an Andalusian. He's a physician. He's an astute intellectual. Or Orthodox Flak with no experience. Fine. Apparently Bilal is quite experienced. How old is he? 46 as well. Yeah, let's hire him. He's at least married to a Basque Catholic. Let's go ahead and hire him. But yeah, almost 5-1. 3-1 from bowmen. Oh, what happened to our Hetaria here? Yeah, one was wounded. We wounded one of theirs, Caesarios, and he's also imprisoned. Let's go ahead and siege. Oof. Will we be able to chase them down? Looks like we are. I think that's gonna be the end of one of these rebel armies. Try and catch the remnants. Fight them in the forest. Oh, there should be. That's it. Boom. Apollonius is swayed. Good. Okay, our sister is now our friend. Still artifact on you has been abandoned. Perfect. Let's go ahead and speed up. I think we've defeated the rebels. Tidbits from far away. Visiting the local market, a merchant from a faraway land catches my attention. Come closer, my lord. Marvel at treasures never before seen in these lands. Walked right past the guards responsible for these beauties. A true knower of people that I am. This merchant might have more to give me than marvels from afar. She will tell me what she knows. You gain 13 dread. Learning to read people. 25 intrigue. Threaten merchant. Yeah, I don't... You should cover both trinket and information. No, she will tell me what she knows. We're young and impulsive. Yeah, probably unpopular. We have another perk. Unshackle Lust. Removes your attraction penalties in seduce schemes. Can use the seduce intent freely. Mean exactly? An intent represents what a character personally seeks to accomplish at an activity. The host and guests each have their own motives and ends. suggest we perhaps hold a feast. Perhaps look to make an acquaintance. Ooh, she's a flagellant. The catharsis of self-flagellation is the only thing which makes Agnes feel better. Well, I mean, I don't know. I think they're having a pretty good time with the deviant and the flagellant. We seduce her. Seduce is already a soulmate. Okay, I think we're just continue to have fun with Agnes. She's still young. Salerno has changed. What did it change to? Hang on a second. Catholicism. He's Catholic. Oh, definitely getting imprisoned. And he's changed 2 of our counties to Catholicism over the time that he ruled. Come on. The weakness that has plagued my son since his birth has finally released its hold on him. Relief rushes over me as I see Pancratius running around with all the other children. Oof, may you grow strong, Pancratius. Okay, so he's now 3 years old. He's pensive. Stewardship and learning. Oh, just like his brother. He's a thinker. Spartenos will act to... Hang on just a second. He's a thinker. This character is somewhat rational. Is more likely to avoid tyranny. Now we are enforce demands. Okay, now our wife is pregnant again. Okay, we've taken all the time. Let's pause. Pause for just a second. Let's disband. Sure. Let's check our wife here. We'll continue to have fun. She's pregnant again. Everything is well. We can do a grand tour, but we don't want to. And we have imprisoned Prince Paschalis of Sicily. Our brother. Make Prince Paschalis blind. We can castrate him. Move him to a dungeon. Move Prince Paschalis from house arrest into a dungeon. Ooh. He is a traitor. Yeah, but we are content. I mean, we're not going to torture our own brother, are we? So they've disbanded as well. Yeah, we can increase development in Napoli. We're converting faith. Can we hope? Our culture hasn't been converted anyway. No, it actually has been. Benevento. Hang on. Oh, they're Sicilian, right? Go ahead and convert. 7 years. Sicilian. Sicilian. We're Greek. Let's remember our heritage. Child benefits from spouse's tutelage. But yes, let's come back to our son Pancratius. He's a thinker. Right? Okay, we have a notable guest arrived. Likely to avoid tyranny, use council tasks to defend themselves, and avoid offensive war opinion. 2 brothers, both scholars. And we have a good guardian. Your court physician, your patriarch. Astute intellectual, we have a mastermind philosopher in court. Let's go ahead. 2 brothers, both studious, well, whilst their mom and dad you know, doing what they want to do. Okay. Go ahead and get those onagers. We'll station them in a bit. Yeah, otherwise let's jump to speed 4 since we are humble and content. Not much, let's just focus on... it doesn't really allow you to roleplay much, I think. My babies. Oh, Agnes, you have been so brave, so strong. Words cannot describe my love for you. And now we have 2 perfect little children. Who will you become, my dears? And what shall I call you? Anna and Gregorius. Anna is a beautiful name. Aristarchos. Manuel. That's a good Greek name. Oof. Perfect. 4 children we have. Leper. My poor son. Today I was given grave news. My son Manuel has fallen ill with leprosy. While he might live for many years, his deformity will make him shunned and mistrusted. Even I cannot suppress my disgust at the thought of lesions growing all over his skin. The physician wants to know how my son should be treated. There will be no treatment, and let nature take its course. And be cautious, do no more what is necessary. The time has come for drastic measures. A risky treatment may have great outcomes, but could also lead to worsened symptoms or permanent injuries. But we are content. We will remain a leper, or we're just a trust. And we're humble, right? We're humble and content, and we have a physician who's a herbalist. Let's trust his judgment. The physician will decide what kind of treatment Manuel receives. Yeah. Bilal al-Khatib. We trust your judgment. Go ahead and speed up. Ransom Prince Pascalis. I cannot stand this imprisonment any longer. Would you accept this offer in return for my freedom? Sure, brother. Oh, have we... Hang on, sorry. Catholic Holy Order founded. Knights Templar. Ooh, in where? In Orvieto. Orvieto, okay. Hang on, sorry. Let's get back to our brother. In fact, let him sit in the dungeon for a little bit longer. It's fine. I'll let him do that. Let's go ahead and get our onagers. Following the war, I think a need was identified in our army for faster sieges. Where do we actually have our heavy infantry stationed? One in Napoli, in Trani. We need more in Camarda. We actually do have. We have wooden barracks. Yeah, that's what we need to build barracks. Perhaps here. Okay, but in Foggia we have log forts. Small wooden forts stand as part of the forest, using trees as natural palisade. Here we get fort level, station skirmishers, archers, which is toughness. Well, I'm not really sure if that's the best idea. Artemius Solinus is a trained healer. Wise man. Traveler, astute intellectual. We're fine. It costs like a fortune to bring them to our court. Neighboring ruler won war. Your neighbor Basilisa Alexia has won against Ban Ilko of Croatia in the Byzantine de Jure War for the Banat of Croatia. Okay, this was Agnes is again pregnant. Perfect. Ooh, Basilisa Alexia the Insane of the Byzantine Empire. She's 58 years old. Her husband was Dux Isidoros of Opsikion. And the heir is Prince Tiberius of the Byzantine Empire. The jealous drunkard, disloyal. Oof, the forest of my dreams. Through my efforts to become a truly feared and respected figure, a vast number of guilty and disloyal persons have ended up in my dungeon. My cells are stocked to the brim with rivals, traitors, and common criminals. So perhaps it is time for them to meet death in hell and serve Sicilian interests while they're at it. In my macabre machinations, I envision a forest of impaled lowlifes and traitors surrounding Napoli on all sides. A grim reminder to everyone of what happens when the despot is betrayed. I see Count Theoctistos of Benevento on a spike surrounded by commoners erected in an identical fashion. All that remains now is to make this dream a reality. My God, I cannot do this. We are humble. All must fear me. Ouch, kill everybody now at dungeon. Count Theoctistus and a few commoners should send a message. No, by God, I cannot do this. We're humble prisoners. Let's ransom you. Let's ransom you. Exotic arms. Along with the strange goods, merchants bring tall tales from distant lands, unverifiable, full of wonder. A group of Cisalpine peddlers purport to have brought Gaelic objects, said to have come from the faraway court of a great ruler, King Ayed of Alba, no less. Tadeo, the leading trader, grins darkly. This unique armor could be yours, for a special price, of course. Great despot. A likely yarn indeed, but only if I had some way to verify the Hawkers' story. Ah, Mori, what a tripe. Out with you. We're humble and content. We don't need anything. Do we? Let's ransom. You can't even afford your ransom. Let's go ahead. We make friends. Apollonia Spartenos is not swayed, which likes us a little bit less now. Subtle Desire removes the rank difference penalty from your seduce schemes, removes the incestuous penalty from your seduce schemes targeting adults over the age of 19. How about this? She's 27, disputed heritage, deceitful, ambitious, and zealous. She does have one child. Would love our wife. So she's yeah, she's pregnant. We're happy. We're happy. We're not out to seduce anyone just yet. We do have 300 gold again. So let's go ahead and perhaps look at Trani. We can build up some hamlets. The construction of more hamlets means that more peasants can be put to work in the fields, increasing local production and taxation. Holding taxes plus 1%, tax plus 0.8. On. Oh no, sorry, we're converting cultures, aren't we? My son, oh Agnes, you have been so brave, so strong. Words cannot describe my love for you, and now we have the perfect little son, another son. Dionysius. There we go. Okay, we're converting culture so we can't speed up the buildings. Let's go ahead and build hamlets. Yeah. Life is good in 1932 AD for Sergius. Culture has discovered mustering grounds. Let's go ahead. Pause for just a second. County of Napoli gained organized service for 5 years. Holding taxes plus 5%. The peasants in this county have been organized by a system to maximize the efficiency of their military and agricultural service. Perfect. Look, mustering grounds we've done. We've gone into early medieval period. Mustering grounds, size of men-at-arms regiments plus 2. Max number of men-at-arms regiments plus 1. Simply having people willing to fight for us is not enough to win wars. Setting aside space for people to both train and muster for battle will allow us to support groups of more experienced fighters who can lead us to victory. Perfect. And we do have quilted armor. Can recruit armored footmen as men-at-arms. Knights of this culture become eligible for vanguard accolades. Formed of a dozen or more layers of linen stitched together, these jackets can stop even heavy arrows and are an affordable way for us to armor an entire regiment for battle. Okay, and we have onagers as well. While slow to load and fire, torsion powered catapults like these allow us to assail enemy fortifications while staying out of their archers' range. Perfect. And we're... barracks would be nice. What is that? Unlock all tribal era military buildings. But okay. So we can now get our legions up to 700 men. Get more archers as well. And we station. Sure. Station in Rossano. Doesn't particularly matter, I guess. Go ahead and go to speed 3. Yep, building up. We're making 8.6 per month. I mean, do we... Royal Court. Throne room. Poor manners. Burp. As the loud belch echoes through the dining hall, all conversation abruptly ceases. My patriarch Kirillus pats his stomach and grins. Ah, better out than in, my dad always said. Various courtiers exchange incredulous glances before my Heteria Zenon looks directly at me and exclaims, "My despot, that was wholly inappropriate. Certainly you must agree. Kirillus is a man of God. Let us treat him as such. You spend 14 court grandeur, you gain 50 piety. Kirillus gains 20 opinion of you." Yeah, oh come on, like we all haven't had let one loose before. We'll go closer to forming a friendship. We're content and humble. Let's just form a friendship. We're content and humble. I mean, it's not a big deal. Okay, so he burped. Okay, let's go ahead just to basics. I feel like we've changed it to level 1 before because thought we were running out of money, but we can go with basic. Outmoded fashion, modest food, small lodgings, few servants. Not really looking to impress anyone. Greetings, my modest liege. I've arrived in Napoli to pay homage to you, glorious despot, as a show of my loyalty. I hope my pledge of submission alone is evidence enough of my honor. Show Count Theoctistos in at once. This is Count of Lanciano. Oh, no, sorry, Benevento. Okay, 2 titles, Benevento and Lanciano, okay. Okay, I wait patiently on my throne for the arrival of Count Theoctistos, who is soon announced and ushered before me. He kneels in deference, offering nothing but his oath to faithfully serve as a vassal of the despotate. At last I bid the Count arise, confirming my satisfaction and Theoctistos' rights to the lands he rules in my stead. Serve me well, Count Theoctistos. You gain 75 prestige, you gain 3 court grandeur, you gain 75 prestige, and Dynasty Spartenos gains 50 renown. Okay. Perfect. Decision available, hold court. I guess we have to, don't we? Go ahead and hold court in order to be... Here the petitioners. Sitting on my throne, I gesture for my guards to open the doors of the hall. A stream of people file in, some lining up in front of my throne, while others move out of the way so they can simply observe the proceedings. After several moments, all movement in the chamber has ceased. All faces turn towards mine expectantly. In front of me I count 3 petitioners lined up in an orderly row, waiting for me to call on them. Gesture for the first in line to approach. Prince Marcos, my brother, strides forward, clearly eager to hear my response to his petition. My brother, Spartenos, is among the greatest houses of Sicily. Calabrian council should always be heard by the despot. Duchy of Calabria. Excluding your most qualified and prominent followers only serves to sow division and mistrust. Okay, Prince Marcos of Sicily, your half-brother, vassal, and Heteria. Well, you can be my... Okay, you can be... Kinda hates us, that wants a seat on the council, but he doesn't like us, they are lustful and deviant. Refused an alliance with him. Desires the county of Rossano. Oof. Okay, Calabria will always have my ear. Feudal contract gains council rights guaranteed. Such entitlements demand sacrifices in turn. You get county of Cosenza. Prince Marcus's contract gains council rights. Only if Calabria's borders are never altered. 50%. He agrees feudal contract gains council rights guaranteed and gains forced partition. Or he's vexed by the demand. Loses 50 opinion of you. Forced partition. The vassal cannot have any succession law beyond partition. The vassal switches their succession law to partition. In exchange for greater commitments, of course. Yeah, gains council rights guaranteed. Increases feudal taxes to... Is it not enough to be a duke? Yeah, he's a duke. He promises us go in exchange for commitments, of course. Prince Marcus of Sicily. Feudal contract gains council rights. Guaranteed. Yeah, there you go. It's fair. My vassal Count Theoctistus can barely contain his rage, erupting. Something must be done about that Lombard outsider. He gesticulates wildly. I've had quite enough of Mayor Romuald and his ridiculous customs. I mean, have you seen how the savages eat? It is time for your foreign subjects to adopt the mores of their betters. Our nobility must be Greek. Yeah, but we're humble. There is much you could learn from other traditions. The diplomacy challenge. 40%, the cultural acceptance between the Greeks and Lombards increases by 10%, or we spend 150 prestige. Yeah, there's much you could learn from other traditions. Let's be humble. Cultural tensions are eased. For our wise rule, I am faced with Gerperga wolfing sad eyes, which grow larger and more pitiful as her mother, Ansa, gently ushers her towards my throne. Desperate, she laments. The girl has been at Theoctistus's court with no one watching over her since the disappearance of her dear papa. Please, look to her future. What can be done with such a child? Oh, she's a bastard. Oh, her parent is Ansa. Okay, no fear, I shall raise the girl myself. Your Perga will owe you a strong hook if they remain your ward until they grow up. My hands are full, but I will find her a home. Gerperga Wolfen becomes Apollonia Spartenos' ward, gains 10 opinion, you gain 6 grandeur. Let's not take on too much. So my hands are full, but I will find her a home. Not our biggest problem, but that's fine. As the last petitioner departs, various courtiers follow them out of the room, having business to attend elsewhere. Others remain, talking amongst themselves about the recent proceedings. Soon, the ceremonial formality of the proceedings has dropped away entirely, with the hum and bustle of normal courtly life taking its place. My business here is done. And there we are. We've held court once in a 5 years event. Let's go ahead and make a cut here, guys. I hope you enjoyed it as we progress with our house Spartenos, and yeah, I guess learn to roleplay in an interesting way with Crusader Kings 3. Hopefully this is something different. I do plan to severely restrict the choices that that can be made based on our ruler's traits. And here, I guess, yeah, I think the best way to roleplay is that he doesn't really want much. He's happy not to expand, I guess, unless there is a rebellion. I guess, yeah, I don't think he would give up. Let's pause. Anyone would give up the throne easily. But yeah, otherwise he's happy with his wife. Deviant and lustful. And she's a flagellant and comely. I think they make a perfect pair, as evident by 5 children that they have. But here we are. Let's make a cut here, guys. I hope you're enjoying it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.